Good day, everyone, and welcome to Adobe Flash Professional Classroom in a Book. And today what we're going to do is that we're going to lesson 9, which is understanding how to load and control Flash content. So let's just quickly go into our lesson folder and go into the N folder here, and we just click on the N file. So now as we look over here, now notice there is what we created is this a fictional online lifestyle magazine called Check. So notice there was an animation as we started up, and over here we have different sections here. So over here there's this part over here from double identity, and if we can click over here, there's a different section that shows as we click every part here. Okay, so now notice what happens actually. What it does is actually this. It actually loads different Flash or Swift files into the same file that we have, into the same web application that we have here. So what it does is that it loads different Swift files as and when the user clicks on them. Okay, so how do we do this? So let's just quickly go into our tutorial. Okay, so in this lesson we'll learn how to do the following: load an external Swift file, remove a loaded Swift file, control movie clips timeline, and to use masks to selectively display the content. Okay, so let's go to start folder, and we're going to open up the start FLA file. And as it's loading up, so a lot of images and files and elements have already been animated. So what we got to concentrate now is how to load separate Swift files into our own main Swift file. So as we wait for it to load up, we can have a look. Okay, so here we are in our Swift Adobe Flash animation here. Okay, and we've got to just make sure we reset our essentials just to make sure everything is reset. Okay, the next thing we got to do is always to do a save as. So let's go and save it as 09 working copy and save this. Okay, so let's show everything here. So we have as our first file, which is just basically 3 layers here with the pages, the background, and the logo. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to use ActionScript to load the different external Swift files into our main Flash movie. Now loading external content keeps our overall project in separate modules, and it prevents our project from becoming too big, too difficult to download. So it's also easier for us to edit, because we can edit individual sections instead of just one big file. So you want to just change the car in one of the pages, we just open up that page and not the main page. It also allows different people to work together on different parts of our magazine or on our website without affecting one another. So let's come over here and let's create another layer called ActionScript. Okay, so we got to press Option F9 to open up the ActionScript window. And we got to just come here and type it as it is: var my loader equals to new loader. Okay. As you can see, automatically Flash also puts the import line on top. So on the next line, what we're going to continue is going to write this page 1.mc dot add event listener mouse event dot click Now, for the benefit of you, our viewers here, I'm just going to increase the size here. And I'm going to see whether I can change the font size. Preferences, just make the font size slightly bigger. Maybe 14. Okay. Click. Page 1 content. Function. Page 1 content. My event. Mouse event. Void. So it returns a void. And over here we got type var my URL request. Page 1.swift my loader.load my URL add child my loader. Okay, so what this action script does is that it says that on page 1 movie clip we got add event. If he clicks on it, somebody clicks on it, we just create a request to load this URL, which is page 1 Swift, and adds it to the child of the loader. Okay, so because let's select our movie clip on the page. So let's select the movie clip with the movie star. This part over here. Okay, I'm just got okay, so just got to click this one over here. So this is the one here. So over here, what we gotta do is that we are going to. So this section here, we gotta just type here page 1 MC. So make sure you unlock your layers. And we are done. So let's just test it out. Okay, so there's a problem here. So there's a problem in my script, access undefined property page 1. So there was an error here, and the reason is because I typed it wrongly, which is supposed to be page 1 underscore MC. So let's try one more time. So there's no error again. So I'm just going to click this here again, and notice it loads there. Okay. And notice I can't click anything else because it doesn't go back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just save this. Okay, so we got to come back over here to the timeline. And we got to just type a little bit more of action script. So I'm going to come back over here and come back to our action script. And we've got to add more stuff. So very simple. So if we want to do it quickly, we can just come over here and just copy and paste. So start with page 1, it's page 2. And page 3. And page 4. So over here, so this page 1, and then make this page 2. Page 2, page 2. Okay. And come over here, we got to change it to page 3. Page 3, then page 3, page 3, and over here, I'll change it to page 4. page 4. Okay, so there we have it. And we got to just rename again all our other instances as well. Okay, so we got to just change this test. Okay, notice we haven't created anything yet. So this one should be called page 2 MC. This should be called page 3 MC. And this one should be called page 4 MC. And let's try to run it again. Commands, control, test movie, test. So over here, it comes over here. Over here, show this. And over here, the helmet guy, we get this. So we've got our buttons going over to move, to load different events. Okay, and very simple, using a little bit of ActionScript. Now we can always use our code snippets panel. It's already over here. If we go to load and unload, and if we can click over here, load, unload a Swift image, we can actually see the same type of code over here. So it helps us to load our events, our loader here. But you have to know how it's done before we modify it ourselves, okay? So that's why for this lesson we got to code it by hand, even though we could code it using code snippets. Okay. Now the loaded content is aligned with the registration point of the loader object that it's loaded to. Okay, so by default the loader object is positioned at the registration point of the stage top left corner. Now since the 4 external files, flash files, all have the same stage size as the flash file that loads them, the stage is completely covered. However, you can position the loader object wherever you want. If you want to place the loader in a different horizontal position, you can set a new X value for the loader object with ActionScript. You want to place it in different Y position, just change the Y value. Just like this over here. So if we wanted to change it over here, so let's say over here we wanted to change it. Let's say you want to change it, for example, from here to, we could actually always do it, my loader.x equals 200 and my loader y equals to 200. And notice what will happen when we do this. It loads it over here. Okay, so we just got to get rid of this to show you that, just to demonstrate for you that you can load it, load pictures in different locations. Okay, so now that an external SWF file, how do you unload it to return to the main flash file? Now the easiest way is to remove the loader object from the stage so the audience can no longer see it. So you will use the command remove child to specify the name of the loader object in between the parentheses to remove it from the stage. Okay, so let's come back over here. And we've got to just add these little lines over here. So we got to click over here right at the end. My loader dot add event listener mouse event dot click unload content function unload content my event mouse event void, and over here we just say oops, remove child my loader. So what it does, that it removes the child. Okay, let's just test it out. Click on it, click on it, click on it, and click on it, and it goes off. Okay, so that's very easy. So now when we go back to the front page, okay, we see there are 4 sections and it loads to different section. But how about we play the initial animation? Now the initial animations are nested inside each movie clip, and you can control the 4 movie clips that are on the stage. We can use basic navigation commands that we've learned in lesson 6, the go to and stop, go to and play, stop and play, to navigate the timelines. Just precede the command with the name of the movie clip and separate them with a dot. Okay, and the flash targets the particular movie clip and moves its timeline accordingly. So let's come back over here. So again, back to our script over here. So when it removes the loader, all we do is just come over here and we just type page 1 MC go to and play. Page 2 MC go to and play. Page 3 MC go to and play. Oh, 1. Okay, so sorry, this was supposed to be 1. Over here, page 4 MC go to and play 1. Okay, so basically what it says is that after it removes, play all the different button movie clips again. Okay, so let's just control test movie test. Okay, so I'm going to click on this, and when I click one more time, it redoes the animation. Okay, so we learned about how to load and unload content, quite easy. So the next part of our today's lesson, we got to learn how to create masks. Now, if you've used Adobe Photoshop, you already know how to do masking. And in Flash, there's also another way. There's also ways to do masking as well. It allows you to control what the audience sees, and you can even animate it and the content. So, for example, a circular mask can grow bigger, or the content can scroll under a mask like a scenery whizzing by a train window. Okay, so for this section, we got to try creating a rectangular mask that starts small and grows larger to cover the stage, similar to a sliding door opening. So let's just okay. So let's just open the file, page 2 FLA. So open page 2 FLA. Okay, so it's looking for some font, but that's okay. We'll just forget about that. Okay, so now we got this page here, and it just has a single movie clip of the second section. So we just got to create another layer here called mask. Okay, so we got to just double click the icon in front of the layer name. So we got to just double click here. So notice over here there's a properties. Okay, so hold on. Okay, so we got this layer properties over here, and we got to just change this to mask, and that's it. And then we got to just click OK. So notice the icon over here, it changes into this mask, little mask icon here. So anything that's drawn in this layer will act as a mask. So we got double click this icon over here, and we got to choose mask, and we got to click OK. So notice it becomes underneath here, the mask layer is indented to show that it's affected by the mask above it. Now a mask can be any shape, the color of the fill doesn't matter. What's important is to flash is the size, location, and contours of the shape. So the shape allows you to see what's on the layer below. So we can use any of the drawing tools to create a mask. So let's select the rectangle tool. For the fill, we just choose whatever color you like, but for the stroke, we just gotta leave it at 0. So maybe for this, I'll just choose green. Okay, it doesn't matter what color it is because it's not really the color but the pixels. Okay, so we gotta come over here. We gotta come over to this part over here. Just gotta zoom out a little bit. Okay, we just gotta come over here and we gotta just draw a rectangle here. Okay, and what we gotta do is that we are going to right click it. And we're going to create a motion tween. So as it says, it means convert to a tween. It says the symbol, and click OK. So notice the top layer becomes a tween layer, and there's 1 second of frames left in the timeline. We come over here, select this point over here, choose Insert Timeline Frame. So the frames are extended. Let's choose the Free Transform tool and select the rectangular signal. Okay, and press the Alt key to expand this. And there we have it. So the rectangle becomes wider than the frame and it creates a smooth animation for us to see. Okay, so in order for us to see the masking, we just click on lock both layers and we can actually see what's happening here. Notice that when we lock it, we can actually see the masking effect. Okay, so now that we've done that, so let's create another layer. We call this action script. Okay, and at the end over here, we are going to insert a keyframe. And over here, we select this frame, come back here, and we've got to just click on stop or create the stop method. Okay, so let's see. So there we have it. So there we have the tween again. So let's try show you again. So there we have it. Okay, so if we want to make, I think I just started something a bit off, which was the which was a little bit about the height. There it is. And that's the end of today's lesson. So that's how we do masking and how to load and unload content. Thank you very much.